All right, people, I've been promising you this for many, many months. We're actually done with it. I'm just introing the video here now. But Uniden R7 in a Tesla Model 3 Performance. It's a 2021. What you're going to see is all the stuff online is difficult, and probably when you watch this, yours might have different wiring than this one has. But for now, this video should be at least the standard for this model year of a Model 3 Performance. So we're going to do Uniden R3 on a blend mount, wired to a switchable and on-off 12 volt source, so that the radar detector should turn off when you exit the car or when the car sleeps, and you'll see that it's actually a little bit better than that when we get done. But Mike is gonna dig into this, and then we'll show you how to set up the radar detector based on my friend Ariel from Vortex Radar. Go check out vortexradar.com. He has all the recommended settings and explains how the thing works in order to get the most out of your radar detector. I'm not sure if the R7 is still the standard, but I've gotten used to it. I have it in 5 cars now, and so this is kind of the one I've been using. So let's get into it.
So I'm going to try to find I have to find a 12 volt switch source, which I believe is down in the driver's side footwell. So I'm going to start pulling up trim, get the A-pillar trim pulled up, pull the headliner back, and then if I find a 12 volt switch, well, I'm sure there is one down there, I'll run this harness up to the mirror. Then I can install the blend mount, install the detector, and it sounds simple, but we'll see. We'll see how easy the Tesla comes apart. Right. See, let me get my eyes on so I know what I'm doing. See what I'm doing here. All right, let's see here. Using Matt's fancy scan grip light here. Oh, Matty, what's going on here, buddy? Whoa. You've been daily in this thing, huh? Whoa. Man, we need to teach Matt how to stomp his feet off before he gets in the car. Oh, is this food crumbs? No way. That looks like Chick-fil-A.
It's gonna be Michelle.
Oh, it must be. Or it looks like, it could be maybe that's a leaf. I'll give him that. Okay, maybe it's a leaf. I don't see any soda drippings anywhere.
Not yet.
Not yet. What's this? Oh, that's grass. Matt's been mowing his own grass? Get out of here. It's gonna come up for sure. Boy, it comes apart easy. All right. I've never taken a Tesla apart, so be patient with me, people. There's a little push pin tab in here. There's that. Okay. What's this one that says airbag do not touch? Should I pull on it?
I think you just tap into that one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to get my tester and start checking to see if we can get a 12 volt switch source.
Figure out how to turn this thing on here.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's usually just on by itself. Like you go, it's like it's all
right.
on.
But what we need is a 12 volt switch source. So that should be active now then. All right. Well, I have to verify for sure that it's that way.
Just wire it directly into the battery pack.
Yeah. Well, I was going to wire it into the airbag module. So that way when a cop comes by, when it goes off, it just blows the bag. Doesn't know to slow down.
There you go. That's one way to stop
All
someone
right,
from
so
speeding.
all right, Bryce, how do you turn it off?
You don't.
You don't. Your butt becomes the on and off.
So if I get out of the seat,
It turns off.
that's what I need to know, because I need a 12 volt switch source. And in order to do that, I need to be able to turn it on and off. So if I take this away, get out.
Now, car turns off.
Do I have to shut it? It's a Milwaukee 2566 1/4" ratchet. Very nice. Some other torques here. Throw them over here. That would be a knee airbag there. So we're not going to unplug that. That is it looks like it's a light gray. I mean, it could be, they all look, well, this is white. These are all light gray. But I guess if somebody's not real, if the lighting's poor, it could look like it's white. and the main thing is, if it's a switch 12, we're good. Yeah. It's definitely a adequate wire size. So let me get in there and probe it. Yeah, so those are both hots because now I have nothing. Let's see what happens when I wake the car up. See if we get a different voltage. So there's 6. Still just 6. How do we know for sure this car is on, Michael?
Just put it in drive.
Okay. Yeah, still 6. All right. Okay, search continues. Everybody else talks about under the dash, trying to find a 12-volt switch under the dash, but found 12-volt constant, no problem.
Why don't we do this? Just go constant. I'll just turn the thing off and on.
Well, let's try to find a switch tot first. If we run out of luck, I'm sure I can find one. It's a little bit time consuming because all these plugs are very difficult to get to. So we've decided, it seems each Tesla we've looked at online, all the wiring is different and unique to each car depending on option packages, I would guess. So we're trying to find plugs over there that don't exist on our car. So we found another spot where someone's saying there's a 12-volt constant or a 12-volt switched under the passenger side kick panel. So we're going to pull this up and see if the wiring in that picture looks anything like what we've got. If it does, maybe we'll get lucky. And there's what we got there. So this is a lot more like what we're seeing online.
Yeah, that's it right there.
So the 12-volt switch source was where? One of those reds in there. Okay, Mike, it's one of these here. One of these. All right. So there's the wire I bet you he's talking about right there. Yeah, my guess. It's a guess. Well, we want switch. There's another red there. There's a few reds. Let's see here.
Maybe they all go to the same red spot.
Red twisted around a green. That's a red, that's a red. So that's not it. So we managed to find a 12-volt switch source in the passenger side kick panel. And what I used was, we didn't have that yesterday, so I was fumbling around with Matt's meter, but that's really like for residential, electric use. So what I have is in the car right now, it's a piercing tool, or piercing attachment. So when you stick the wire in there, there's a fine little needle that comes out and pierces the insulation of the wire. So I use this and then just an alligator clamp to chassis ground. So anyway, it made it a lot easier to find because I could do it hands-free. I could set it up, put it on a wire, sit in the seat, hit the brake, and see if we get the voltage to change from 0 to 13 volts. Then you get out of the seat, it should come off, which I did find. So right now, the way it is, we have in the passenger footwell, you can show this, Mike. Right now I'm hooked up. Let me get the light. See if you can get in here. So right now we're chassis ground here, and then what we've got is that piercing attachment right here on this red wire back in this bundle. So right now we've got 0 volts, right? So I'll go hop in the passenger seat and hit the brake, and that should liven up the car, and then that should go to, I think we were around 13.2 volts. So sitting here, hit the brake, and we're in, right? Yep. So we got 13 volts. Now if I get out of the car, it should go to 0. Right? Yes. So we're good. So for future reference, for anybody that's doing this, it's a pain in the neck to find a switch source. So this one, if we can get a little better. Now everybody, it seems like every wire harness I see online, they're a little different depending on how the car's optioned. This here large wire, some people have used this. That's a 12-volt constant in this car. So this bundle back here, which is behind this bigger one, there's a red wire in there, which it seems to me most of the red wires are 12 volt of some sort, whether it's switched or constant. Most all these are switched or constant except for this one back here. So that's the one we're going to use. And the detector, the wiring harness comes with its own inline fuse, so we're going to be fuse protected whether or not this is or not. It's still going to be protected. So now we just have to run up, instead of that A-pillar, we'll be running up through here, through this A-pillar, across the headliner, and to the detector. So I guess that's next. So driver's side kick panels all back together, airbags back in. Since we're not going to deal with that side, I just went ahead and buttoned that back up. I'm going to install the mount, the blend mount, and then I'll install the detector onto that. And what I want to do is plug in the wiring to the detector first, run that through the headliner, down the A-pillar, and into the passenger side kick panel. Just because if you go the other way around, you're going to end up with some slack, and where are you going to put that? You try to stuff it in the headliner. It's much easier to stuff it and roll it up and zip tie it into the kick panel instead of trying to tuck it into the headliner. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm going to do now. Blend mount's sitting in like this, right? So there's a post on the back side of this. It's kind of oblong. So this, before I tighten it all the way down, let's see how that looks. I got to flip it 180, Michael.
Oh no.
No, no. Hey, well, you know what? Trials and tribulations right on camera. I haven't done one of these before, so it's all right. That's what.
I'm supposed to say that, Mike. You've done this.
Numerous times. We can edit that out, Michael. I'm an expert. Used to work at a radar installation facility, as well as contracting, building swimming pools, doing obsessed garage. You know, it's well-rounded. Okay, there we go. That looks better. It doesn't touch the mirror. I should have noticed that if I was worth anything. There it is right there. So now you can adjust the angle of the dangle. Say it should be like level with the world. What do you think? I might have to get one of these. It's pretty slick looking. You have one, Mike?
No, I don't.
No? You don't speed either, huh?
No, I don't. Never.
Okay, so this is a J28 design harness that Matt got for the Uniden R7, am I right? So what we're gonna do now is plug it into the side of this, and I'm gonna tuck it up as neatly as I can. I don't think we wanna mess with this cover. There's cameras and such in here, so I'm gonna get it up to this point. It's got, actually this end of the wire is nice. It's got like a braided cover on it. Looks cool. So that won't look bad. And then we'll tuck it up nice and neat, and then we'll come up, tuck it in the headliner all the way down. I'll pull the A-pillar trim off, and we'll get it in there. But I'm gonna get it this far first and see how it looks. So it looks clean in the middle. And then, yeah, we're as far as here. I'm gonna pull the A-pillar trim off now. Yeah, there's a tab right here, the locator pin, and then it's got this clip here that goes right into that. So I'm not gonna have to pull it all the way off, because I can get all the way down here and put the wire up through here. So I just need to get a little access for the headliner. I can't really pinch my fingers, get my fingers back there. It's pretty tight in here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll pull the visor. I assume there's a screw under here that's probably not only holding the mirror on, but it's holding the visor to the roof. So let me get a trim tool and get that loose. On there. There we go. That's it. Yep. T25. Oh, now we are ripping your car apart.
Somehow scammed them into doing this, because I freaking hate doing this. Hate it.
Yeah.
Normally it's not that hard. Like it's normally like in my mind.
Overthink it. Think it. Oh my gosh,
this
it's
one
gonna
is a
be
little harder than the other cars, but like all the Porsches, I've done freaking 7 of them or whatever I've done now, and every time I procrastinate on it for months, and then I finally do it, and it takes me an hour. And I'm like, freaking, I should have just done it.
Yeah. This was a little. Oh, you know the tuck in the wires isn't bad. It was just finding the constant. I mean the switched 12 volt.
Yeah.
That took the.
In here, doesn't it?
Yeah. Looks pretty clean, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, if it's possible to make this car look good, we're working on it.
It looks good when you get in it.
Yeah, I think I have to have Martin come. I gotta check that. There's some funkiness going on with
With-
I guess the adhesive from the tint. I got to try to clean it to see if maybe it's just something. So the problem is, what do you think the chances are? So somebody else watches this video.
Are they going to find the wire I found?
Is it going to be the same, or is it going to be a different wiring?
Well,
system?
everyone we looked at, we were on what forums, huh, Mike?
Yeah.
And the wire harness that we saw looked nothing like ours. There were plugs on other people's cars, 2021s, that didn't exist on this car. And then there are much larger plugs and harnesses on this car that weren't on other cars. So I think they're pretty unique depending on, and maybe they make changes during the whole production. I don't know, perfect things, or I think it's probably based on options, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There really are no options, though.
Really?
No.
You have a performance, maybe other people don't.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
the only
Isn't that
thing
just
you
a software
choose-
situation or what?
Choose performance.
Right.
That's the battery size, I believe.
Yeah.
Battery and software, I'm sure. And then you choose whether you want the self-driving feature or not. That's it.
Okay.
You choose color, wheels, and do you want self-drive?
Well, I take that back. The driver's side is what looked different than all the other pictures we saw. The passenger side looked the same, except that some guy had found this wire to be a switched 12 volt, but in this car it's not.
Yeah.
So I just started hunting around and going, and I went to the harness behind it, and I started hunting around for red wires, and the third one I found was switched. So
Well, quit slacking. Let's go.
what you wanted me to explain?
No.
Hey.
I want you to work while I'm filling in the gaps.
I can't talk and work at the same time.
Oh, we're gonna have to
I'm
learn
challenged. No, I can't. I'm just
that.
kidding
You
you.
have to learn that.
I know. Well, I was
I'll
trying
do
to explain
the talking,
it.
you
I'm
do the
trying to
working.
explain it to you in
I'll do the
layman's
talking,
terms.
You do the working. That's why it works.
I was just trying to explain it to you in layman's terms.
Emails. And doing some tough work.
I was just dumbing it down, so it takes me time to do that. I have to. It's like Elon Musk talking to you. I have to think about how will Matt understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
Just because I can't do it doesn't mean I don't understand.
you don't understand it. All right, we'll go with that.
People are gonna really lay into me from here on out.
Why?
Because I'm not planning on doing a whole heck of a lot from here.
I don't blame you.
Here.
Well, I don't blame you. Well, yeah, if
Well,
you,
we're gonna do more stuff.
yeah, we're gonna do stuff we wouldn't normally
Stuff
be
that I would
doing.
normally just
Yeah, hire
off the PSI or something.
Yeah, right.
So we'll just do it.
Yeah.
I'll hold the screwdriver and.
Oh no,
camera.
you can be world's best assistant again. Are you?
Better looking for the camera.
So what's gonna happen when we go on these trips now? You're not gonna eat out with me anymore?
I don't know.
No sushi? No Cracker Barrel?
The chance of that.
No ice cream?
I don't know. After watching myself in that video in Atlanta, it's not pretty. Gotta get
Really?
myself- I didn't gain any weight, but I must have lost some muscle and gained. Some
Maybe it
fat.
just moved around.
Yeah, I was feeling
Yeah.
not.
Probably came off your quads and your arms and went to your middle.
Yep.
That's what happened.
That's a story.
You just need to shift it back. That's all.
That's what I'm working on.
It's doable. It's doable. I've seen you do it before. I've seen you lose
Stop
almost
talking. Get
almost
going.
7 pounds before. Hey,
Come on.
quit it.
Almost 7.
You're pressuring me. Well, yeah, I've seen it.
Lose like 7. It's all the pressure, Mike.
I know.
Pressure of the world on me.
Yeah.
Make sure that Jeff can go to EDM concerts.
Oh my, and yeah,
While we can buy hoodies.
hoodies.
Yeah.
And what's Bryce get?
Bryce gets skinny jeans,
Skinny jeans. That's right.
plants.
And black nail polish. That was for a costume, though. I was told, so I'll let him have that. Fuse will be in the kick panel, which I'm going to try to tuck it under here so it's at least accessible. Not that it's ever going to blow a fuse. Let's see, where can I put it? I guess this is easy enough to get to. Kick panel pops off, no screws. I did the driver's side because I vacuumed all your Chick-fil-A crumbs up.
No.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't it? Not Chick-fil-A? Kids drive?
My kids and my wife.
Oh.
They walk through dirt and just like they look for extra.
Now, Michelle told me she never does that. Eat in the car. She said it's you. Huh? You ate in my car. When we were on the trip, you were like, oh, I'm very good with eating snacks in the car. Won't get any crumbs in your car.
That was a long trip.
It was, yeah, I guess so. I'll give you that. And you didn't get crumbs either. I will, huh?
I don't want to waste a snack.
Yeah, I know. Well, you had good, that was when you had the prepackaged snacks. I remember that. You were eating,
Oh, yeah.
you remember that?
Snacks.
Yeah, and you were eating your beef jerky in front of me, wouldn't let me have any.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's my jerky. I need it.
I had a caliper.
Yeah, you did. Calculate to the gram.
Piece, I would have lost the muscle.
Yeah, I know. I was hungry too. Jerky sure looked good. All right, so we need to get I think we got. Do you have any metric screws laying around, Matt? Just some spares? Because there's a threaded hole right here I could use. I'm putting him to work. Number one assistant. Let's see if he's got the right bolt. See what if he was really good though, Mike? He would have known. He would have seen this ring terminal here. And went, oh, I bet. Let me get a bolt for you, Mike. You're gonna need that.
Stainless won't work, right?
Stainless will work. Yeah, it's conductive. Sure. It would just be nice to be able to use this factory hole. Otherwise, we have to use like a self drill, self tap. Let's see. Yeah, that might be it. Let's see. See if I can get in here. Nope. Just bigger than that. Man, you need to get yourself a master kit here, Matt. Just so I can use them. Like a BMW bolt. Yeah, drilling that was not going to happen. Matt doesn't have any sharp bits. Believe it or not, I can't believe that. Of all people, it's just a threaded insert that's in the body. So what I'm going to do, because there's paint overspray on it, I'm going to sand this, knock the paint off, so that way it's metal to metal and it makes a good ground. So I know we got some sandpaper. I'm going to do that. All right. Should have just gone and looked for a bolt myself, Mike. Number one assistant didn't look very well. No. All right. Now what we'll do is confirm that's a good ground by clamping onto it and then checking our source. Make sure we see at least 12 volts, which it was, if I remember correctly, it was like 13. Okay, we're at 13 volts because you're in it. Now if you get out, it should go back down to nada. There you go, 0 volts. Get back in it. Yeah, it worked. So that's a good ground. And put your foot on the brake. There we go, 13.1 volts. Okay, so we're good there. So we have a very good ground. Now we can use they give you a piercing connector to use. This dude folds, wire goes, lays across there. Probably a lot of people have seen those before. Wire goes right across there. When you fold it, it forces the wire into that blade, making it, good contact. And then when you fold it together like this, it exposes that slot, which is where this plugs into. So, and it is fused. So, worst case scenario, if it ever blows a fuse, the fuse will be in this kick panel, which I guess isn't super ideal, but it'll work fine. All right, so now we'll do what we did before and confirm that we got it pierced. Let's see if we can tell. I'll tell you what we'll do, then one better, we'll plug it in and then check that wire. Oh, well, there you go. Sweet. Conquered it, Matt.
So if I get out, it should turn on.
Huh? Yes, if you get out, it should turn off. Now, if you get in and put your foot on the brake, we should get power again. It should come back on. Yeah, that's cool. That worked out.
It's even better than normal.
You're welcome. It was with your positive encouragement that kept me going here, Matt. Yes, that's exactly it. You're the motivator. That's it. Mike, go do that. Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Matt. So, Mike, all we have to do left is put in this kick panel, this threshold and kick panel, and we're done. And then tie up that wiring a little better. So I like to do best thing to do to me is pull up this seal and then set it in here. But I think what I'll do too is I'll tie this wire up too. We got some zip ties. I'll neaten this up a little bit too. I think we're good, Michael. As soon as Maddie gets done detailing, we'll take her out for a spin, get up to 150 and see if some cops see us. Hopefully we can avoid it now.
That's right.
Matt, you're driving. Yeah, this is his happy place here. Unboxing and vacuuming. Yeah, and then watching me do what he'd rather not have to try to do. In a perfect world, you do the things you enjoy to do, and you have people. Right?
Doesn't mean I'm not going to take heat for that.
Shouldn't. Everybody should strive to be there.
Yes, they should. It's a good place to be, let me tell you.
I know.
Next thing you know, I won't be doing any interior cleaning either. Because I hate cleaning interiors so much. Even though this doesn't even count. This isn't even deep, just wiping it down.
So besides unboxing, what's your favorite thing to do? Besides unboxing? I know,
TV.
and forget eating. Eating, you can't say eat.
Watching TV,
Yes. Watching Heartland.
doing research.
Research. There you go. I already knew the answer. It was a rhetorical question. I just wanted you to say it for the people.
Just trying to help me out on camera. 'Cause I'm not very good at it.
Eating. I'm going to interview you. Can we do that? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do I'll sit in instead of Chris, and I'll get to really the deep questions. What really makes Maddie tick? I know you've mentioned it, but I want to really get deep. You know? Like, what are you thinking when you clean this interior right now? What exactly is on your mind? Michelle put Chick-fil-A oils on the interior, or are you just like, I hate this? What is it you're thinking?
All right, let's do our...
Oh, see, that's it. He didn't even answer. I guess it's
do our settings here. See if I can remember the vortex settings. Did you
You
finger
didn't
up
even
the,
answer, Mike. I think that was too deep.
Did you finger up the glass?
No, I don't touch the glass. You kidding?
So let's go to vortex radar. So Ariel's the guy. Vortex radar. You can go
So what are you doing there, Matt?
take what he says to the bank.
Oh, he's gonna you're just gonna configure it based on
Yeah,
what
so
settings he says.
correct, yeah.
Gotcha.
So we go to R7, review how to configure. So we go here and we go down to the bottom here. He gives you all the different options, talks to you about that. And then at the bottom, I think is where he has the recommended settings. He explains what each one of these things do. Da-da. General recommended R7 settings. Expand 100%. No,
I'm gonna get in the back seat and watch this now.
Vortex unit at
Take the Maddie
R7
roll on.
settings. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we go. Just have to remember the buttons.
It's pretty nice back here. It's pretty roomy.
And our volume to 6. And then. Where's the darn menu button? I forget.
Basic
There
menu.
it is. So we want to go expert. Oops.
Expert menu.
Okay. Shoot. And then.
Expert, is that driving skill? Is that what
Likes
that
to
is?
put it on advanced with K-band at 60% or city.
City.
Rear balance 77% or 70%. Okay. Oops. Oops.
GPS on. GPS on.
Okay. GPS on. GPS is on. Speed camera on. Speed red light camera on. RLC quiet ride at 60 miles an hour. I think that makes sense.
So it's not going to alert you anything
Voice
unless it's over
on.
60? Unless you're doing over
Voice
60?
off. Yeah, we don't want that lady's voice. KA frequency voice off. Yep, we want that off. X band off. Yep. K band on. KA band on. Laser on. K pop off. MCRD on. Let's see. K filter. Am I going the wrong way? Where am I at? K filter on. KA filter off. TSF on. And then K block weak. What does that mean? K block 1 week, K block 2 week. Why is it doing that?
It's either on or off, huh?
Alright, we'll go. What was it? Alright, it was off. K wide. He says K narrow. MCRD, KA priority. Mute memory X and K. All threat. So he sets up KA segmentation. K block 1, K. So I don't think it has that anymore with the new firmware. Yeah, KA MCRD priority. Mute memory X and K. Auto mute memory or mute memory. All threat on. Color. What color do we want for this? I think we want to do
Blue or white.
Yeah, definitely white. Okay. Arrow color, I don't really care. I'll just leave those as defaults. Display speed. Alert display 1. Okay. I just leave it at default tones because I'm used to them. Auto mute on. Auto mute volume would go to volume 2. Rear K mute. Off. Yeah, that's fine. Dimmer, auto dim setting, good. Quiet ride we turn on. And I set that to 20, 25. That means, oh, dang it. That means if you're going slower than 25 miles an hour, it doesn't do anything. Quiet ride MCRD, what is that? On. I don't know what it does, but quiet ride beep volume is going to be 0. Oops. 0. We don't need any beep. Limit speed off. Yep. Daylight savings time. Aren't we on daylight savings time now? I'd always get.
Yes, we are. Yeah, I think so.
AT self-test off. Self-test off. Factory reset no. Delete all mute. Delete all user memory quota. So we want to go mute memory. We want to increase that. No, wrong way. Yeah, we want to go this way. We don't really do user marks. Okay. Chance quota. Yes, I already did. Quota completed. Probably should check the firmware. How come we don't have any more beeps? Did I turn that off? Voice off, X band off, K band on. On, off. We're good. All right, we're all set up. That's a wrap. What do you think, Mike?
I think you're good.
Easy?
All I have to do is tuck that wire up. It wasn't that bad. Now that I know how to do it, I could do it in an hour.
Yeah, well, that's the way it always goes, right?
Yeah, it's just finding the wire. It took all the time.
Yeah.
Finding the correct wire. And this car was a little more complex than most.
I kind of like being in highway mode.
You know what the biggest pain in the butt was?
What?
Turn the car on and off.
Yeah, trying to figure
Because it's
out
not
how to
just
do
a key to switch that you can just turn on, check, see if you got constant or switched, and then turn it back off.
that. You had to bring some extra stuff? Well, my
I
tools
brought
weren't good
I brought
enough?
some extra stuff. Yeah, I
My
brought
tools aren't good enough for you?
some wire testing equipment.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it was easier just because I was trying to last night. You just had the regular lead, so I was
Yeah.
trying to hold ground, pierce a wire, turn the car on and off. So this made me it's hands free.
A lot easier.
Yeah, a lot easier.
So BlendMount looks great as usual. You know, the wires, tucked. This looks like
Looks
it
clean.
should, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it came with the car.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of how the BlendMount looks on the car.
Oh yeah, it looks totally.
The R7, the way it's set up is I don't feel like I always get yelled at because I'd always pitch the thing a little bit so I could reach the buttons. People get so mad that I'm ruining the radar detector's ability. Well,
Yeah.
on the R7, it pokes out a little bit more, so you don't have to do that.
You can reach
the
them
buttons.
easier. Yeah. Yeah.
Looks good. So this car needed it. It's so darn quiet and smooth, and it is difficult. You find yourself.
Oh, it's deceiving. Yeah.
Yeah, you find yourself going pretty fast.
And quickly.
Michelle got pulled for doing 87 and a 70.
And got away with
Luckily,
it.
I'm famous.
Yeah, she got. That's
yeah.
nice. That's nice.
Anyway, nerds, this is how you do it. So hopefully this helps. And I don't have much left to do on the Model 3. I guess that means I need to get rid of it, huh?
Yeah, or sell it for a discount.
That's what I do. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. More Mike in the future. Less of me doing work and more of Mike doing it. This is a dream come true. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.